We're going to jump into Flash world real fast. Now, what's going on? I was so excited because I was like, yay, they're engaged. And then I was like, you son of a bitch. And I don't know who, for a minute I got mad at Grant and I was like, he don't make the decisions. Like,
I just learned the lines, man.
You guys have sent Barry on a real nut-busting journey this year, man. Like, making decision after decision. Take us into it, boys. Flash Brain Trust here.
Well, in terms of to me the like the musical is coming up next week, and to me the best, like, and I don't mean this pejoratively, but like it's like a gimmick episode, and to me like the person who did those kinds of episodes the best were Joss Whedon, and you think of Hush or The Body or Once More with Feeling, and what was so great about those episodes were they didn't like stop the main ongoing narrative of the season to sort of like step outside to go do something fun and then get back to things. I mean, those episodes really spoke to what the characters were going through, and so we kind of set it up so that on both Supergirl and Flash, Barry and Kara would be at romantic crossroads. And so that when they go into the musical episode, they're sort of both in the same place, and they can go on this journey together to either get back the love that they think they've lost or not.
It better be the former.
All right, there you go. Don't worry.
I could boil that answer down to you guys love torturing the viewers.
Admit it. What's this, you guys? You're a part of this too. We're not separated by a row here.
What is it like when you guys sit down and break a season? Like, how did you pick this year? It's Savitar. How did you guys arrive on Savitar?
It's hard because we've sort of, you sort of become a victim of your own success in some ways. And the Reverse Flash was so successful in season 1. And then it was like, well, we need something scarier than him. And we came up with Zoom. And it was like, oh, wow, he was scarier. And like, what could possibly be scarier than Zoom?
Slow villain.
A slow villain. Actually, it's
easily
funny.
caught by episode 2.
But it's true. We're actually next season we're not going to have a speedster as the big.
Is that
guy.
right? Next season, no speedster.
Yeah. So we're.
Hey, the show's called Flash. It's about a boy who runs fast.
But we, with Savitar, we know who he is under there, and we've been planning this for a while, and we're really excited about it. And it always goes to, no matter which show it is, whether it's Arrow or Flash or Supergirl or Legends, the title of the show should be Flash Begins or Arrow Begins, because they're not who they are yet. And so
I better be getting close.
You're almost there. You're almost there.
Jesus.
So, the first couple of seasons of Flash were sort of about reveling in these powers, and this season for Barry is really about the pitfalls of having them. And, so that was sort of the story we wanted to tell, and that's why Savitar, our version of Savitar, became the perfect villain to encompass that. And we're really excited for people to see, like, the last run of 7 episodes.
Oh, I know what happens.
Oh, I know you know.
I learned early on. So let's talk to the fastest man alive himself, Grant. What is it like? I mean, speaking of, like, Barry has made some decisions this season where people are like, no! I've screamed at my TV more this year at Flash, not the election, than I ever imagined that I would. What is it like to, like, you are the Flash, you are Barry, you got to play the part as written, and then go out and face a world that's like, why are you doing that, man? And you're like, I didn't do it. I'm an actor.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing is I agree most of the time with, as a viewer, as a fan, with the backlash that Barry receives. And I think just this season we've seen, he's always been an optimistic character. I think that's always been one of his stronger qualities. And I think this year, we just see his fear dictate things more than ever because, how could it not with what's looming for the entire season? So I try to give him a break, but I do, I understand the backlash. I do.
Yeah, like changing Diggle's daughter to a...
I'm sorry about that.
But you know what? That's actually fair because watching that show has removed my sex as well because I spend all my time binging and doing nothing else.
Yeah, so, cool, man.
Think about it. I'm going to go down to Candice. Candice. The heart and soul of the show belongs to you. And of course, being a big West Allen shipper, I keep wanting to get closer and closer to that headline that we saw from season 1. This season, though, has taken us further and further away, gotten you engaged, and then just, if you haven't watched the recent episode, spoilers, and fuck you. And then we saw that engagement kind of dissolve, at least momentarily. Emotional roller coaster that you always have to kind of center the character as fast as he is. You have to be his gravity. What's it like playing that part? The part on the show of the one true superhero.
Get it off your chest, yeah.
Who has no superpowers whatsoever. There you go.
That's very cool, and I don't take that lightly, and that's one of the things I love so much about Iris West, and the question I get the most is, do you want her to have powers? And while I always say, yes, I'd love to strap some leather on for an episode, I love that she provides this human quality to this very superhuman show. It's something that our audience can all identify with. I mean, none of us are probably going to get struck by lightning tomorrow and end up being the fastest man alive. I mean, it could happen. But I always say, this show reminds us, if you did get struck by lightning tomorrow, are you Barry Allen or are you a villain? Who are you today? What kind of person are you? And so it's really fun for me to get to play this really human element on our show. I think she's extraordinarily important to Barry's superhero narrative. Yeah.
But beyond that as well, like you've got such a strong part and you play it so well that like the superhero narrative, yes, it's what makes a lot of us tune in to begin with.
Yeah.
But a lot of us have now just gone on the Iris West narrative journey as well. So that's for you.